Welcome to the Excel charting tutorial. Excel has powerful charting tools with options for many chart types. As easy as Excel makes charting, we should remember the goals of constructing a chart: to aid analysis, to make the underlying data easier to understand, to highlight differences, trends, or anomalies, or to support conclusions or predictions, or spot potential problems. Thus, when we instruct Excel to draw a chart, we are not finished until we've done some initial analysis afterwards, so that we can create a simple but meaningful title that features one of those goals, highlighting differences, trends, or anomalies, supporting a conclusion or prediction, or identifying a problem. Let's now create a basic column chart. We'll return to our budget project that we completed in the last learning module, and we'll chart a basic column chart from the expenses and the months. Let's review what we have here in this spreadsheet. On the center left, we have our list of expenses: rent, utilities, car, clothing, food, loans, and savings. In the center at the top, we have our column headings, January through June. We'd like to include the intersecting information, the information that's in blue in our first column chart. So we want to know what each expense item is for each of the various months. Now, to make this a little easier to chart, I'm going to grab these months at the top, the January through June. I'm going to copy those and I'm going to paste them right above our data. We're going to grab our expenses and the categories over here on the left, and then all of the data with the month that they were experienced. So let's begin by selecting the expenses, including the expenses heading. And then I want to skip these several next columns and just select columns G through L so that we are addressing the months and their expense data. Now, to do that, I need to press the Control key and hold it while I select the next group of data. Holding the Control key allows me to select non-contiguous data, meaning data not right next to each other in the chart. Now that I have my data selected, I simply go to the Insert menu, Column, 2D column. I'm going to select the first one, the simplest one. Often the simplest one is the easiest to understand. So here's our chart. On the x-axis, we have our list of expenses: rent, utilities through savings. And on the right, we have our legend: January, February, March, and so on. So each different colored column represents a different month, as we can see. But we're not finished yet, even though Excel has drawn us a very nice chart very quickly from the data that was presented. Remember, we want to do some simple analysis, some quick analysis, and then construct a title. We can observe a couple of things here with this data. The fact that the rent, the car payments, the loans, and the savings are all static, the same. They are the same every month. The utilities, however, are varying. They are higher in the winter months and lower as we get closer to summer. This is something we would expect. Our clothing is a little erratic in the expenses. Food, a little bit different every month, but not too entirely different, and so we wouldn't expect that food would change a whole lot if we're on the same budget and the same diet. So one of the conclusions we could draw from this data, very simple conclusion, is also that rent is our highest expense. So let's go ahead and include that as our first title. Now, to draw a title, we're going to use the chart tools in this context-sensitive menu that appears at the top. Now let's explore that a little bit further. I'm going to click off of my chart anywhere else on the spreadsheet. And I'm also going to click Escape so that I don't see this flashing marquee anymore around January to distract me. Notice that I'm off of the chart and my context-sensitive menu for chart tools has gone away. All I have to do is select back onto the chart, and there are my chart tools again. And there are so many chart tools that they're broken into 3 categories. There's the design level tools, the layout, and the format tools. My chart title appears here in the layout. Here's chart title. And I have 3 options. I'll select above the chart, and then I can select and type a very simple title here. Based on the simple analysis that we did. So we've constructed a basic column chart, we've done some simple analysis, and we've included a title to finish the chart.